Hi, I'm Caroline Weilert, Vice President of Marketing at ValleyCrest Landscape Companies. We're at the ULI Fall Meeting in Los Angeles, and I'm sitting with Steve Magee, the Executive Vice President of Land for iStar Financial. We're going to talk a little bit about the future of planned communities. Thanks for joining me today.
Hi, thanks for having me.
All right, you ready to get started?
I am.
Okay, the first question. It's a mouthful. If you agree the issue is what we build versus where we build, how can we shift future development into more cohesively designed neighborhoods and communities?
One of the issues with development that exists today is the fact that a lot of development is undertaken under very old regulatory structures. Regulations that were created by cities, perhaps 10, 20 years ago, not necessarily kept up to date, and certainly not as up to date as new markets emerge, new types of product, new types of land planning. So one of the things we can do to make development more cohesive is try to make the regulatory environment conducive to designing not only more uniform and cohesive product, but better product. Product that better serves what people want in their planned communities.
Great, good answer. All right, let's shift gears. We're going to talk about the entitlement process. What do you think is the most challenging part, and what do we need to do to make it better?
I think the most challenging part for developers is that entitlement that really has shifted almost to my earlier answer of the fact that regulatory structures are old and outdated. Today, to get to an approval that will allow you to do something new and more cutting edge requires you to go through a specific plan approval or some kind of a not objective review by cities. So in order to get to more consistency and to get certainty for developers to know that what they'll propose will get approved, we need to take the subjectivity out of it and make it more objective. We need to create an environment where a developer can get a basic approval with standards, and then beyond those standards, if they need to go back for subsequent approvals or evolution of a project, make them administrative approvals. So the developer isn't subjected to public hearings where he's trying to meet a standard that's not clear. So if there's clear standards and we can kind of shift the definition of entitlement to something that's more objective and more administrative rather than myriads of public hearings and uncertainty in the process, we'll end up with better, higher quality and more community-oriented development.
Great. All right, and the final question, do you believe it's possible to plan community? And what's essential for creating community in the next decade?
That's a really interesting question. Sometimes community happens with thorough land planning, thorough prior thought to how the community will develop, and other times it's complete happenstance. A variety of factors go into what creates and evolves into a planned community. Those factors include things like employers, area, what the residents of the area are, why are they there, for what, are they close to the ocean, are they close to the beach, are they wanting to be suburban in an open space. So really to plan community means you have to, in my view, means you have to create housing types and market segments that better address the needs of an area. For example, in an infill city environment like here at ULILive, you want to create urban infill projects that feel vibrant, that are cutting edge design to go along with the cutting edge retail opportunities you have here to add to the sort of excitement or what we sometimes call in the development business the animation of the area. If you're building a suburban location but you want to create community, you have to thoughtfully and carefully think about where you locate commercial nodes, and are they accessible, and do they have street level and walking and pedestrian opportunities in those commercial nodes, and will it create a real feeling of neighborhood and town as opposed to sprawl. So it's a very it's a very good question. It's a very difficult question to directly address because it includes so many pieces to create that fabric that gives you the sense of community and sense of place you're looking for in a large development or a large area.
Great. Well, thank you so much for sitting down with me. I appreciate your time and enjoy the conference.
All right, thanks.